Have you noticed what transpired with the WNBA? The league is currently in complete disarray as a result of supporters' outrage and boycotts following Caitlin Clark's team's expulsion.
Well, it appears that Caitlin Clark fans have listened. Last night, I received the ratings for the first round of games for the chase for the Golden Toilet. As expected, darkness is coming. The spotlight is rapidly fading.
Regardless of how you present it, the majority of people were uninterested in the WNBA until Kate Clark appeared.
2 years ago, their home attendance was 1,800 fans. Their average this year, home attendance, is 17,000. That's almost 10 times. And, of course, the big difference is
the WNBA will revert to its pre-Caitlin Clark era state now that the league's star has left.
A lot of the Indiana Fever fans or Caitlin Clark fans that you speak of are no longer going to watch the WNBA now that the Indiana Fever are out.
It's undeniable that she single-handedly elevated the WNBA to prominence despite being mistreated. She gave it her all, and now that she's no longer in the league, people are once again showing little interest in it. Fans were already furious about all the hate Caitlin Clark was receiving from her opponents, who weren't only berating her on the court, but also accusing her supporters of being bigoted.
And then the moment the ratings tank, they're going to come back and say, see, we were right all along. It's all the racists that follow Caitlin Clark that were watching the product, and now they're gone, and we're back with our diehards. And that's the ratings that you're seeing, actual W fans, not WNBA, actual W fans.
Congratulations. Now, Caitlin Clark's fans may decide not to watch the WNBA altogether this year. By Caitlin Clark's fans, I mean almost the whole WNBA audience. However, if anyone is still under the impression that her absence won't have an impact on viewership, they must stop being naive and embrace reality.
Caitlin Clark came in and made such an impact on how many people started to care about the WNBA. This was the highest viewed season in the history of the league. In 28 years, the numbers were stellar.
To be honest, how many of you only became interested in the WNBA when Caitlin Clark made an appearance?
Caitlin Clark drew a whole new fan base into it, and now the question is, because she has been eliminated, she and the Indiana Fever are eliminated after losing 2 games to the Connecticut Sun. What is the rest of the season going to look like, ratings-wise, for the WNBA? Are people still going to care? That is the question on everybody's mind, because when you look at the numbers with Caitlin Clark there.
Right now, all Caitlin Clark fans are saying the same thing. Without her, the WNBA simply isn't the same.
Now we're seeing comments of people saying, well, it's been real WNBA, I'm going to go back to watching football now. Like, I'll be back when Caitlin plays again, or I'll be back when the Indiana Fever play because now I'm an Indiana Fever fan.
She's on the court, and you know that records are going to be broken. Have you seen the crazy list of records she broke this season?
Caitlin Clark has literally carried the sport on her back all summer long. She talks that yang. That's what resonates with Caitlin Clark. It isn't her being white. It isn't her being straight. Her game resonates with people in basketball and across the country because she's got that edge. She plays with a flair. I heard her drop 3 F-bombs in one game sitting right there courtside. Her teammates had to hold her back. She's yelling at the coach. That's what Magic, Bird, Isaiah, Jordan, you name it, that's what they do. Clark resonates, but that clicking sound you hear is television's being turned off. Ain't nobody watching this stuff now. Ain't nobody turning the set on and saying, I gotta watch who?
The WNBA is already experiencing a significant decline in viewership, and the figures don't lie. She has set so many records that we had to speed up the video clip, just to name them all. If that isn't amazing, then what is it? More people watched the Indiana Fever playoff game than the 3 subsequent playoff games put together.
That's it. Most points by a point guard in a season in WNBA history. Most double-doubles by a rookie guard in WNBA history. Most points by a rookie in WNBA history. Most assists by a rookie in the history of the WNBA. First WNBA rookie to record 2 triple-doubles. First triple-double by a rookie in WNBA history. First triple-double in Fever history. The first player to be named WNBA Player of the Month and Rookie of the Month in the same month. First player in WNBA history with 20 or more points, 15 or more assists, and 5 or more rebounds in a game. She won Rookie of the Month 4 times. Eastern Conference Player of the Week 3 times. She set a single-season record for assists. Period. Single-season rookie record for assists. That makes sense. Single-season rookie record for 3-pointers. Single-game record for assists. 19. Franchise record for most double-doubles. 3-pointers. Career 10 or more assists in a game. How about that? Franchise record for most career 10 or more assists in a game. Fastest WNBA player to reach 100 three-pointers. She did it in 34 games. Most assists by a rookie in a WNBA All-Star game, for which she received the most fan votes ever. 700,000 of those. Fastest player to reach 350 points and 150 assists to start a season, regardless of years in the league.
Most Americans typically spend Sundays watching football, but Caitlin Clark made it such that even while the NFL games were on, fans couldn't help but watch her WNBA playoff game, which drew an unprecedented 1.8 million viewers.
Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever had over 1.8 million viewers, and the rest of the games had around 400,000 viewers. If you added them up together, they still wouldn't add up to 1.84 million.
Now, you would think that everyone in the WNBA community would be happy that the WNBA achieved record-breaking viewership even with a full schedule of NFL games. But instead of giving credit where credit is due, Caitlin Clark's biggest critic, Cheryl Swoops, who has never been impressed by the Fever star, made it clear that she wasn't even thrilled that the viewers tuned in to watch the WNBA instead of the NFL. When asked about her thoughts on the WNBA playoffs surpassing NFL viewership, she stated the following in her podcast Queens of the Court.
Sunday afternoon, competing directly with the fourth quarter of the early slate of games in the NFL, Caitlin Clark drew 1.8 million viewers on ABC. It was the most watched playoff game since Game 2 of the 2000 WNBA Finals, and it was the most watched game in the WNBA playoffs on an NFL Sunday.
Okay, Cheryl, the truth is that viewers opted to watch Caitlin Clark on a Sunday even though there were NFL games on. Therefore, you are demeaning not just the WNBA and Caitlin Clark, but also the new fans she attracted to the league.
So, I was not excited about the playoffs starting. First of all, it is a football Sunday, and I don't care how much we've grown and people are tuning in and they're watching in the eyes. You're going up against NFL on a Sunday. A Sunday.
Let's pause and talk about Caitlin Clark just did not show up to take part in the league that she transformed.
It is not just a delusional fan base who is just delusional, but they're not really tuning in. No, these people are coming in waves to watch one player who has sold out every single arena that she has played in this season.
Prior to Caitlin Clark bringing in all the new fans and attention, the WNBA players had to take crowded commercial flights to private charters, but with her ascent, everything changed.
We talk about league attendance. The Indiana Fever, all right, with Caitlin Clark, led the league in attendance both home and on the road. Fever averaged 17,035 at home, 15,000 on the road. Attendance for the entire league up nearly 50% this year, according to data from across the timeline. And Indiana leads all teams with an average attendance of, like I said, of 17,035. Merchandise sales are up 450%. I'm gonna repeat that. Merchandise sales are up 450% for the WNBA, according to Fanatic.
All of this was caused by the Caitlin Clark effect, and in spite of everything, she had to deal with a lot of animosity and envy from other players. They argued that because we've been competing in this league for years, why is Caitlin receiving all the attention?
The WNBA announced they plan to commit $50 million over the next 2 seasons so players can fly on chartered planes. The league faced backlash on social media when Indiana Fever star Caitlin Clark and the team was seen walking through a Dallas airport headed to a commercial flight. I need any females out there who are fans of the WNBA, who are fans of WNBA players, who are critical of Caitlin Clark in any way to stand down, chill out. You need to hug that girl when you see her. You need to embrace her. You need to compete like hell to go up against her, take her down on the basketball court. That's fine, which I believe the Diana Taurasi's and the Asia Wilsons and others of the world will gladly do. But in her very first press conference, she brought up the fact that they had to fly commercial, and the next damn day, $50 million was committed to the players. Who you think has something to do with that? She could have been selfish. She was selfless.
Her game speaks for itself in more ways than just the attention and audience she attracted. The Indiana Fever were among the WNBA's worst teams until Caitlin Clark turned them into a playoff contender.
If you are making the argument that ladies who helped build the NBA deserved far more shine that they were getting, you have every right to feel that way. What you have to respect, however, is that the paying customer, the audience, didn't feel that way. They did not give a damn about the WNBA. And they really were not feeling the WNBA to the degree that they're feeling the WNBA now, obviously because of Caitlin Clark, who's selling out games and got the Indiana Fever selling out games more than they sell out Pacer games.
She not only dazzled the audience, but she also won over commentators and even great basketball players who became her staunchest supporters.
The Indiana Fever. Remember, Caitlin Clark was drafted first, which means last year they were the worst team in the WNBA. It did not matter because this season they were the most watched team in the league. An average of viewership, 1.1 million viewers each game in the regular season. Other games, listen to this, paled in comparison, drawing just about 394,000 viewers on average per game.
Charles Barkley said this regarding Caitlin Clark.
I could watch Caitlin Clark every single night play basketball. I'm that fascinated with her mind, her toughness, obviously her shooting ability. I think she might have cracked my top 5 all time, and that's men or women.
All time.
Yes. I'm going MJ's in that category. Steph Curry is in that category. If Caitlin Clark goes in there, man, and Larry Bird will be the other guy. That's my 5.
With Caitlin Clark gone, there is a lot of uncertainty about the WNBA's future without her star power, and people are beginning to wonder if the league is a failed product that cannot exist in the market.
You women out there, y'all petty, man. Hey, LeBron, you're 100% right on these girls hating on Caitlin Clark. Y'all petty, girls. I expect men to be petty because we're the most insecure group in the world.
Oh, you are.
Y'all should be thanking that girl for getting y'all that private charters, all the money and visibility she bring into the WNBA. Don't be petty like dudes. Listen, what she's accomplished, give her flowers. Stop being petty, all you women out there. She got y'all charters. She bringing all y'all this money to the table, but y'all being petty like dudes. LeBron, you are 100% right. Y'all girls, stop being petty. Caitlin Clark, thank you for bringing all that money and shine to the WNBA.
No, the majority of viewers simply don't care to watch the other players anymore. It no longer feels like a legitimate basketball game. Caitlin Clark added the fast-paced action and accurate three-pointers that made women's basketball thrilling, and without her, the season is already over for me and a ton of other viewers.
I'm saying they should have done everything they can to keep Clark playing. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Asia Wilson and whoever these other angry women are, maybe, just maybe, they're going to take off and run with it. Maybe it's better with Clark not being in the playoffs so we can watch others.
It looks like the excitement surrounding the league is waning quickly without Caitlin Clark, and attendance at games has also drastically decreased. What do you think about this situation? Tell me in the space provided for comments below.